Okay, welcome to the Lebanon County Commissioners meeting for July 2nd, 2020. This meeting will be recorded and become part of the public record. If you have questions or comments, please use the raise your hand feature. And when the chairman acknowledges, you'll be allowed to ask your question.
Yeah, I think it's good.
All set. Good morning and welcome to the Board of Commissioners meeting for July 2nd. We'll call the meeting to order, and as is customary with the observance of silence and perhaps reflect on the, as we approach the 4th of July weekend, celebrating the blessings of living in this great county and this great country. Thank you. Please rise for the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And Jay, thank you for helping this morning with facilitating. We'll now entertain public comment. Are there any raised hands at this point?
No raised hands that I see at this point.
Okay. All right, we'll go on to the approval of the minutes of our previous meeting, which have been made available to you through your packet.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to approve the minutes as presented. Any comment, question, or deletion or addition? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Now we'll move down the agenda to our treasurer, Sally Newen.
Okay, good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Sally.
Okay, we had receipts on June the 30th and July the 1st of $51,108.33. Our total cash is $6,519,732.88. Our expenditures this week are $1,050,891.24. Our tax claim is at $253,217.08. So that leaves us a balance of $5,266,732.89. Now I do have, I talked to Bob. We are talking about doing the ARC payment, if that's okay. I do have the numbers, and I know Jamie, you'll understand this, I guess. I'm just going to do it directly out of the general fund balance here of the $5 million. And then the money that I had set aside, I will just reassign for payrolls. So
Right.
we're going to try to do that today. Bob will drop it off if I get it to him today.
And
Right.
how much is the ARC again?
It's $3,158,684. And Bob, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think he said once we pay this, the agencies can be billed.
Yes, that is correct. Angel will bill them on Monday.
And we could get about 40% back.
Yeah, as far as that transfer goes, it's just going to be, I think, more practical to reassign the funds that are already sitting in the account rather than bringing out of the account in order to pay it and then take the general fund balance that's liquid cash and then assign that. So yeah, it's semantics.
Okay.
The ARC payment, can that be included in one motion, or do we need a separate motion for that?
I don't know if we usually make a motion for that because it's in the budget.
It's a budget item, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so we don't need a motion.
No.
All right, well then I'll make a motion to approve the treasurer's report as read.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve Treasurer Newen's report. Any comments or questions regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved. Anything else, Sally?
Nope, that's it today. Have a good holiday, everybody.
You too. Thank you.
Be fourth.
Thank you.
He has the right shirt on.
We'll go to our Human Resources Department. Michelle Idris.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Under resignations and terminations, Sarah Hundenhagemeyer, law clerk, resignation effective July 2nd. Allison Schaaf, jury attendant, resignation effective June 22nd. Derek Hilton, telecommunicator, resignation effective June 20th. Jalessa Knight, part-time district judge clerk, rescinding the offer of employment. She resigned effective June 24th. Matthew Allwine, caseworker 2, termination effective June 25th. Michael Stuckey, work release director, retirement effective August 15th. Donald Cascadden, full-time correctional officer, resignation effective June 19th. Brandon Lease, full-time correctional officer, resignation effective June 22nd. Herberto Santiago, full-time correctional officer, resignation effective June 22nd. Leah Willard, adult probation officer, resignation effective August 28th. And Joseph Cesari, casual part-time deputy sheriff, resignation effective June 18th.
I'll make a motion to approve the resignations and terminations with special appreciation to Michael Stuckey for like 36 years of service. That's amazing. Thank you, Michael.
And I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the resignations and terminations with special mention to Deputy Warden Stuckey. Any additions or corrections or any comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under leaves of absence, Cody Ludwig from the prison, a military leave of absence up to 400 days effective June 11th.
Make a motion to approve that leave of absence.
I'll second the motion and thank him for his service.
It's been moved and seconded as presented for the leave of absence plus special mention for his service. Any other comment or question regarding the motion? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under changes of status, transfers, and promotions, I have Raymond Arnold, promotion from work release assistant at the prison to work release director at the rate of $2,115.40 biweekly effective August 24th. And Courtney Cole, promotion from caseworker 1 in children and youth to caseworker 2 at the rate of $1,286.92 biweekly effective July 13th.
Make a motion to approve those. I was just looking for them on my sheet.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve those changes of status. Any questions or comments? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
Under other transactions, I have a motion to approve County Administrator / Chief Clerk Jamie Woolgamute recommendation to create a casual part-time mail clerk position at a grade 4 on the non-union salary chart, no benefits, effective July 6, 2020.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve the recommendation to create a casual part-time position in the mail clerk area. Any comment or question? If not, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, so moved.
I'm going to add another motion that was sent to you yesterday for the treasurer's office. So Treasurer Sally Nguyen would like to request for approximately 6 weeks starting July 13th, 2020, that the office staff in the treasurer's office, including Belinda Spicer and tax claim, be paid 40 hours a week, which is 2.5 extra hours at straight time, and overtime of no more than 5 hours per week per staff member to process antler license applications. Antler list a license application.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. I just have a question. Is this in line with previous year's requests?
Yes, except for in previous years, she would have either more volunteers or 2 part-time employees come in to help, and she does not have that extra help this year.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. If no other comment, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So moved.
Area Agency on Aging would like to hire Angela Spangler as an Aging Care Manager 1 trainee at the rate of $1,197.14 biweekly effective July 13th. President Judge Towak would like to hire Dana Berry as a part-time DJ clerk at the rate of $11.33 per hour effective July 6th. President Judge Towak would like to hire Jennifer Boyer as an office manager at the rate of $916.78 biweekly effective July 6th. District Attorney Graff would like to hire Eric Williams as an Assistant District Attorney 1 at the rate of $1,881.56 biweekly effective July 13th. President Judge Towak would like to hire Alyssa Unst as a docket specialist at the rate of $849.98 biweekly effective July 13th. President Judge Towak would like to hire Michael Feliciano Calderon as an imaging clerk at the rate of $849.98 biweekly effective July 13th. Jamie Wohlgemuth would like to hire James Poultry as a casual part-time male clerk at the rate of $10.54 per hour effective July 7th. And Sheriff Klingler would like to rehire Lynette Smith as a clerk typist A at the rate of $1,060.74 biweekly effective July 6th. And James Poultry is also a rehire.
All right. I would like to make a motion to approve all of those hirings as read.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those transactions. Any comments or questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed, same sign. So ordered.
Commissioner, we have a raised hand.
All right. Can we get through the personnel and then we can take that right after Michelle's report?
Sure.
If there are no questions regarding the transactions presented, is there a motion to adopt those transactions onto the salary board plus the following? Benjamin Baker, a longevity incremental, full-time assistant district attorney 1, a 3-year longevity increase to the rate of $2,036.65 biweekly effective June 28th.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Any comment or question regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. So moved. Okay. Thank you, Michelle.
Just conference and seminar request.
Yeah, do we want to insert that first? Yeah, let's do Leanne and then we'll take the question.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Under mandated conference seminar, I have Christopher Fry and Susan Christner from Probation Services would like to attend the Wounded Officer Survival Tactics in Lancaster, July 15th with meals reimbursement, 9 credits mandated by PBBP and the PA Firearms Education and Training Commission.
Make a motion to approve that request.
I'll second the motion.
We have a motion and a second to approve that mandated request from Probation Services. Any questions? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved. All right, Jake. Thank you, Leanne. We'll entertain that question.
Okay. Go ahead. Ms. Ferguson, you're on mute.
You're still muted, Diane.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for taking my call. I was calling to inquire if there has been any progress in hiring contact tracers for COVID-19 in the county. I did apply through ServePA as was suggested at the commissioners meeting. And I also wrote to the PA Department of Health to inquire, and I have not gotten any response from either one. I was just wondering, since time is of the essence, And thank you for all you do, and have a good holiday.
The only answer I would have to that would be that I know that WellSpan and Penn State Hershey Medical Center have joined forces to represent a 14-county contact tracing program. So there may be a way through them that you may want to reach out to either WellSpan or or Hershey to see if you could be part of their outreach. So that may be a way to do it, but they're taking care of 14 counties in our region.
Thank you.
Can I suggest, Bob Dowd is actually in the audience of attendees and might be able to address that. But my short answer is the county isn't selecting or hiring directly any contact tracing. That is my understanding. Jay, if you want to bring Bob in the meantime, that's all right, Commissioner.
Yes.
Is that any counties without a Department of Health, of which we are one, are going to be served by Pennsylvania Department of Health's program. Mr. Dowd, are you there?
Yep. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
At this point, the state is still finalizing a bunch of that process. It looks as if the majority of it's going to actually be run through the Department of Health at the state level. And they will probably bring in local level contractors to handle some of that workload for each county. They have not formally given us any of that process at this point. So still lots of unknowns, I guess, is the direct answer to that, but it's being handled at the state level for the time being.
And is it accurate? The county is not going, there won't be a contact from the county at all, because we're not making selections or making hirings or adding to any positions here. If there's a contact, it'll come from ServPA. Is that right, Bob?
Yeah.
Correct. The state is using ServPA as the mechanism to bring in people who are willing to serve in those roles. Now, the contract that Commissioner Phillips was just discussing with Penn State, last I'd heard, the initial application got denied. It was lacking some information that the state needed, and they are trying to address that to get that rolling. I don't know if that's going to come to fruition or not.
Mr. Chairman, I've been on the phone Monday, Wednesday, Fridays with state personnel, the governor, the Secretary of Health, and in one of those, as part of CCAP, the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania, as a past president, and in one of those conference calls, we were told that there would be, I guess, a Penn State fellow reaching out to the contact tracers, and they would be then instructed to take an additional 3 hours of training specific to Pennsylvania. And once that was done, then they could be hired on. So I don't know if that helps Diane a little bit more with what's going on behind the scenes, but I guess they ran into some glitches they're working out.
Surprise.
Okay.
And ServPA is the mechanism the state is using. So anybody interested should use that to sign up, and then we'll be contacted through that.
Yeah, there were several women who applied and took the courses online and signed up at ServPA. So we'll have some representation there from Lebanon County once the process gets going.
Okay, thank you. We now, are we going to go to Dennis, Jamie? You're muted.
You're muted, Jamie.
All right, let me undo that completely. Yeah, if we could just wait until 10, I think that was the hour that we said they'd be open. So I can fill in a little bit until we get.
Yep, go ahead. Yep.
All right, then a few things I've got are, first I've got contracts on behalf of the Community Action Partnership for the Medical Assistance Transportation Program, being into the new 2021 year. We have a list of drivers, private individuals who are contracting for driving patients and clients for the Medical Assistance Transportation Program, and I've got one also then for the First Aid and Safety Patrol, as well as Central Medical Ambulance Services. The private drivers, I'll read the list. Kathleen Brownagle Ricky Dean, Nicole Harder, Cliff Leahy, William Lair, Mario Paveglio, Pedro Rojas, Douglas Siegfried, Susan Wickenheiser, Penny Carnes, Howard Gathright, Jeff Erb, Guy Lebo, Carlos Maldonado, Stephen Putt, Melody Rowe, Marisol Souza, Robert Collins, Marie Harder, Edward Lebo, Scott Miller, Rafael Rodriguez, Leroy Savage, and James Steffi. So I'd ask you approve those along with the First Aid Safety Patrol and Central Medical as contracted drivers for that program.
I'll make a motion to approve those drivers as requested.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those drivers for the CAP program. Any question or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? So moved.
Okay, I have a resolution that I would ask you to adopt related to the county's COVID-19 County Relief Block Grant that is being allocated from the Federal CARES Act through the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development to be used for offsetting costs due to COVID-19. And I briefly talked about this a couple of weeks ago at the last meeting. The county is by formula slated to receive $12,805,164. That will be used among 6 various activities. They will be reimbursements to the county and municipalities for COVID-related costs that have been incurred between March 1 and December 30th. Also in the form of grants to small businesses with who employ fewer than 100 employees. Also to the Economic Development Corporation for efforts to promote economic development or assist larger businesses that have suffered due to COVID-19, and to nonprofits, grants to nonprofits for any lost revenue or costs of activities or PPE that they may have incurred. And the last is for any allocations that were needed or will be needed for behavioral health or substance use through those periods, March 1, December 30. So I need the resolution adopted so that we can forward this to the Department of Community and Economic Development so that once we have our grant award, they will have this in place and we can get the transaction for the electronic transfer to the county's fund done.
I'll make a motion to adopt Resolution 72-2020A for the COVID-19 County Relief Block Grant.
I'll second that motion.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. Jamie, do you want to read the resolution?
Sure, I can. Essentially, it's a signatory resolution to execute the documents once they're received. Be it resolved that the County of Lebanon hereby requests a COVID-19 County Relief Block Grant of $12,805,164 from the Department of Community and Economic Development to be used for offsetting costs due to COVID-19. Be it further resolved that the applicant does hereby designate Jamie A. Wogmuth, Chief Clerk Administrator, as the official to execute all documents and agreements between the County of Lebanon and the Department of Community and Economic Development to facilitate and assist in obtaining the requested grant. Joellen Litz, duly qualified Secretary of the County of Lebanon, hereby certifies the foregoing as a true and correct copy of the resolution duly adopted by a majority vote of the Lebanon County Commissioners at a regular meeting held July 2nd, 2020, and said resolution will be recorded in the minutes of the County of Lebanon.
Okay. It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign, so moved. All right.
Right.
So step in the process, and are you going to do another resolution, or do you want to? What do you want?
Let's switch over and do the bid, and then I'll finish my things up. I just want to keep on schedule with the bid.
Yep.
Because it was advertised if we could. So Jay, if you could bring in Nate McCullough from Wilson Consulting, who is the design engineer on the project. This is phase 9C of the Lebanon Valley Rail Trail, and Nate will expand on that. And then Dennis Firestone, our county purchasing agent, will read off the bids for you that have been received. So, Mr. Chairman, if we could start with Nate.
Yep. Go ahead, Nate.
You're muted, Nate. There you go.
All right. Good morning. This is phase 9C. This is the final portion of phase 9, which connects New Bunker Hill Road to north of US 22. Phase 9A was completed in 2017. Phase 9B was just completed last year, which contained the truss over the Sotera. That was in 2019. This particular project will involve 0.3 miles of new trail going from US 22 down to the towpath along the Sotera Creek headed north, 0.14 miles of paving to finish from where we ended the project phase 9B to get it to New Bunker Hill Road, along with some minor drainage improvements that were discovered on phase 9A, some guide rail installation going back to the Cola property, and also possibly alternates for the construction of a pedestrian bridge, which will be the first segment of phase 10, which is currently in the works. Jamie, do you want me to review when this was advertised and when it's anticipated to start, or leave that to Dennis?
You could do that. I just one quick thing before you get to that. This is an important connector onto a much larger phase 10, which is going to really expand to the north, ultimately heading to Swatara State Park. Is one thing I wanted to mention. And number two, this was a very arduous permitting process to get to this point. I think we would have been opening these bids a lot earlier, but there were some wet areas in this section that had to be dealt with and had to be facilitated in design, and we worked with DEP very closely until the permits were finally issued. So,
correct.
And could you or Nate give the total cost for this section?
The estimate on it? Yeah, you can.
Yes.
How about the bid dates and the estimate, Nate?
Okay. If Dennis is on the line, I'll let him handle the actual numbers that were submitted. This project was advertised in the Lebanon Daily News on June 8th and June 15th, 2020. Bids were opened this morning at 7:30 by myself. We anticipate the project will start on August 3rd and be completed by November 20th. And Dennis, if you'd like to announce the base bid numbers I submitted to you this morning.
Engineer's estimate, Nate?
The engineer's estimate for the total, including alternates, was $420,000. Without alternates, just the base bid, $307,000.
All right, Dennis, you'll unmute. We'll be good. Still muted, Dennis.
We didn't get a bid sheet, did we? I don't know who all sent in bids.
He'll read them each. No, it just.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
You're good.
Okay. Okay, I have the bid sheet in front of me. There's 9 bids. And I can provide a copy to you, Commissioner List.
Please do.
But I'm
Yes.
going to read these off now if you are ready. You good to go?
Yes.
Okay. First bid was Farhat Excavating. Base bid of $209,770 even. Second bid was H&K Group Incorporated, $228,350 even. Third bid is Kinsley Construction Site Work, $259,314.50. Number 4 is Desco Design and Construction Incorporated, $278,076 even. Number 5, Construction Master Services, $281,378.35. Number 6 is By State Construction Company, $324,954 even. 7 is Land Serve Incorporated, $372,882. $3,258.85. Number 8 is JVI Group Incorporated, $379,334 even. And number 9 is Mohawk Contracting and Development, $529,424 even. And the official award date will be at a later date, and I would anticipate it would probably be at the next commissioners meeting on 16 July.
The first one
concur.
that you mentioned is, I couldn't quite understand the name, but have we done business with them before?
That I can't answer. Maybe Nate can, or I don't know.
I don't know that they've done work on the trail itself. Wilson Consulting Group has worked with them on other trails, Cumberland County, and on some other projects. But I'm not sure they've ever worked on Lebanon Valley Rail Trail.
And where are they from?
They're from just up 15 along the river. The name's skipping my brain right now. But they're north of Harrisburg on 15.
And so this includes their travel time and everything?
Yeah, this is a complete bid. It's mobilization and complete to the finish.
And could you repeat the name of the company?
Farhat. It's F-A-R-H-A-T Excavating LLC.
Okay, thank you.
So if that one all checks out, that's the low bid at 209,770. So looks like we got some good competition and good numbers here, I guess.
Yeah, H&K I'm familiar with, but I never heard the Farhart before.
Yeah, Farhat is a small operation. They're not a large group like H&K or Kinsley.
But they're
single
capable
owner.
of this work?
Well, if
Yeah.
Wilson has, worked with them, and I'm good with that. That's a good recommendation there.
Okay. Yeah, the trail we worked with them on in Cumberland County, they installed a 100-foot long box culvert, and they also installed about 130-foot long pedestrian truss, along with about 1.5 miles of trail. So they've done this work before.
Okay, that's reassuring. Thank you.
Nate, would the award date of 16 July work for you?
Yes, I actually have I have an Excel sheet that I want to put together just to ensure it's a complete bid. But yeah, we intend to have a recommendation to you next week.
That'd be okay with you, Jamie?
Sure.
Okay, so 16 July, and I guess the commissioners are fine with that.
Yeah, that'll keep everything on schedule, and then they can notice to proceed in the beginning of August.
Okay, that barring any questions, that's all I have.
All right. Anything else for Dennis or for Nate? If not, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
3 miles, that's a nice piece of addition to the trail.
0.3.
I'm sorry, 0.3.
I assure you 3 miles would be a much bigger number.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. That sounds like a bargain.
It does sound like a bargain, right? Yeah. You can get 3 miles for $200,000. We'll take it. All right, I've got, I think, 4 more items here, if I could. So the next item I have is actually another resolution to put before you in recognition of the green status of Lebanon County, as well as some statements on precautions and so on relating to COVID-19. If you'd like, I can go ahead and just start reading that, and then you can take it from there. All right, Resolution 72-2020B. Whereas the Lebanon County Commissioners recognize and applaud the residents of Lebanon County for working together during the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic to bring the number of positive cases down and attaining a green status on the Commonwealth's phased approach to reopening. Whereas the County Commissioners look forward to all businesses safely reopening and Lebanon County's economy returning in time to the robust engine that it was before the pandemic. And whereas, according to the CDC, a significant portion of individuals with coronavirus lack symptoms, and those who eventually develop symptoms can transmit the virus to others before showing symptoms. This means that the virus can spread between people interacting in close proximity, for example, speaking, coughing, or sneezing, even if those people are not exhibiting symptoms. And whereas the County Commissioners encourage the continued wearing of masks, social distancing, and regular hand washing in compliance with the Commonwealth's Order for Health Safety Measures for Businesses issued on April 15th, 2020. And whereas a local effort to encourage mask wearing and prevention practices is being initiated by Forward Together Lebanon and the Community Health Council of Lebanon County. The taglines for the campaigns are "Wearing is Caring" and "Mask Up Lebanon," which will appear on posters and flyers distributed throughout the county. And whereas the Pennsylvania Departments of Health and the Emergency Management Agency have communicated directly with the Lebanon County Commissioners, assuring resources will be provided in the effort to keep case counts low. And now therefore be it resolved that the Lebanon County Board of Commissioners encourage mask wearing, social distancing, and regular hand washing by Lebanon Countyans, and further, that we all do our part to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
I'd be honored to make that motion. Resolution 7 to 2020B concerning COVID-19 and mask wearing. Thank you.
I'll second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. Any further discussion or comment? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Same sign. So moved.
All right.
Thank you.
Last couple of items here. I've got a application for county liquid fuels aid from North Cornwall Township. This would be a portion of their 2020 North Cornwall Township paving project. Total estimated project cost $206,221.44, and this would be an allocation of their fixed request. Their fixed allocation from the county of $7,553.
Make a motion to approve that liquid fuels allocation.
Second.
Been moved and seconded that we approve the liquid fuels from the Great Township of North Cornwall. Any discussion further? If not, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Next would be the reappointment of 2 members of the Governor Dick Board of the Clarence Shock Memorial Park. The 2 who are up for reappointment, whose terms expired June 30th, would be Raymond Bender and Harrison Deal Jr. Both are willing to be reappointed, and if so, their terms would go to June 30th of 2023.
I move to reappoint Ray Bender and Harrison Deal.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. We approve those folks that are willing to re-up for their service, and we thank them very much for all their volunteerism. Any other comment or question regarding the motion? Hearing none in favor, please indicate by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
All right, then the last item I have, which I believe you all got a copy of, hopefully a chance to look at, is an application for the hotel for a hotel tax grant, and this comes in from Motorama Productions Incorporated from Hanover, and they are requesting a grant for the indoor drag racing, car, truck, and bike show known as Drag Fest, which is to be held at the Lebanon Valley Exposition Center in January of 2021, January 8, 9, 10, 2021, to be specific. This, if I recall correctly, this will be the 3rd show that they've conducted. Each of the prior 2 times they have received a grant under this program for promotion, additional billboard advertising and such that has expanded the range by which they advertise. And you had a chance to look through this. They have other shows that include the East Coast Indoor Nationals in Timonium, Maryland, other car, truck, and bike shows in Oaks, PA, down near King of Prussia. And from what I recall, they have been able to expand this show, and it has been growing, and it has been a good event for the Expo Center, and draws people from, I think, mostly around the area, not just Lebanon County. They have a total budget to their marketing of $75,000, so requesting $5,500 in a grant, obviously they would by far meet the match requirement. So don't know if you have any questions or anything else to discuss on that. If you want to consider that today, I'll leave it to you.
I do have a question, if I may, Mr. Chairman.
Sure, go ahead.
I see their Exhibit C 2021 Advertising Outreach Plan. To expand it, they're talking not about billboards, but about a lot of television advertising on C-SPAN, Spike, Fox Sports, that sort of thing. And they want to go into Maryland, Delaware, Western New Jersey, and Western Pennsylvania. And I guess my only question is, this is coming from areas where they're on lockdown for the coronavirus, so to speak. It's in December, so there's time, but I don't know what the second wave will be. Is there a way that we can track this, or would they be better off honing that into just Pennsylvania? I don't know. Just a thought.
Actually, it's in January, the event, not December, January 9th and 10th. But I don't know, that's entirely up to you. I mean, obviously, they'd have to make a decision on whether to hold their event or not long before the event. So I think they're just planning far out. But you know, if they were to limit their advertising to just Pennsylvania, that would sort of negate the need for the grant to expand out into other states and things. So
In another year, I'd say this is a great plan, but I'm just concerned that with coronavirus, we would be throwing money away that wouldn't be beneficial, because people wouldn't be coming in here if they're locked down, so to speak, or shouldn't.
I'll make a motion to give this grant. We've given it to them before. It's a growing event, and none of us can sit here today and predict what's going to be happening 6 months from now. So I don't think we should try to rewrite their plan, their marketing plan.
And if it doesn't take place, they don't get the money. Is that correct?
Right.
Oh, they would get the money. They've already would have spent it for marketing.
You don't want to have part of your motion that they make a decision whether or not they're going to go forward before they spend the money.
Well, I guess by spending the money, they would be saying that they're going forward.
Not necessarily.
Okay, well, is there a second to the motion before we get too far adrift here?
I'll second the motion. I'd just like to maybe amend it. That's what I was trying to get to, that they make a decision before they spend this money and commit to going ahead or not. If they go ahead, they get the money. If they don't go ahead, they don't get the money.
I don't see the value of that being added to the motion. I mean, they're probably doing their marketing now. You know, we're talking 6 months out. So once they start the marketing process, they're going to be spending the money. We can't ask them not to spend the money. I don't know. I mean, I want to satisfy you, Commissioner, but I just don't understand the logic of that.
Well, the logic is that the coronavirus is spreading faster now than it ever has. And
Really?
I would hate to throw this money away advertising out of state if it's not going to take place. And in a normal year, I think it would be a really great plan, but right now, I think it's not wise to expand it.
So where does that?
We have a motion. I guess I'd call for the question.
Well, we don't have a second. Or did you make a second, Joellen?
I did make a second. I was trying to get him to amend it.
Okay, well, it's been moved and seconded. Jamie, were you going to comment?
I was just going to comment that you do have a motion on the table.
Thank you.
I would just add that I think, you know, inherently all of these grants that you're providing for events right now have some risk in them, because, you know, I mean, you awarded grants last year that were for events that were this spring that got canceled, and I think some of that money got spent, even though they delayed the, you know, some of those events until next year. So I think you just have a risk. You have a risk in them because you just can't predict what the situation is going to be at that time.
Well, let me add to my comments, just please, as one last effort to convince that there should be an amendment. When you do marketing, for instance, my auto body shop that I had for over 20 years, you advertise within a 2-mile radius. That is where you get the majority of the draw for your event or your business. And then you expand to a 5-mile radius. The percentage drops a little bit, but it's definitely worthwhile. Once you go 25 miles out, you're wasting your money. And because of COVID-19, people are not so willing to travel. And I just think it's a mistake to spend this money there. I'd rather put it in more frontline meals and supporting local businesses than send it out of state if indeed it's not going to be carried out.
Okay. I don't know that we can join these two with meals for first responders, but let's, anything else, Commissioner?
Just that the radius is too large to draw people in great numbers during COVID-19.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion regarding the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed?
Aye.
It's been moved that we approve this motion on a 2-to-1 vote. Thank you. Anything else, Jamie?
No, I believe that's everything I have. Yep.
Okay. Anything from the floor?
Just everyone have a great and safe 4th of July weekend. And with that, I'd move to adjourn.
Okay.
God bless everyone, and I'll second the motion.
All right. Thank you all. We stand adjourned. Jamie, I'm sorry, what?
Oh, it's okay. There weren't any raised hands. I just looked.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Be safe, everybody.